I am honestly so glad that Tim is a part of my life. Like, she's honestly such a great friend to be around. She's so sweet, so reliable. Like, she can also be your shoulder to cry on and a shoulder to laugh on too, because she always just has the funniest humor. And I always enjoy being around her whenever I'm hearing her streams, or if she's playing games, or we're just generally talking in chat. Like, it just honestly makes me happy to see her happy. She was one of my first friends after being alone for such a long time. And to see such a bright face like that, it just kind of gives you that weird feeling, like hope. The feeling's not that weird, but it's certainly something whenever you just see Tim's face and hear her voice. It's like a feeling of, hey, I can do anything. If I can do it, you can do it too. It's cheesy as hell, but it works. Like, she's honestly so funny and so unashamed of being herself. Like, she's cringe, but she's free. And honestly, who wouldn't want a feeling like that? And I'm glad to celebrate her with her birthday too, because she deserves all the happiness in the world. She deserves all the plushies, the games, all the Pokemon cards in the damn world. You my bestie, Tim. You know I loves you. And if you leave, I'm gonna hurt you. JK. No, but I love you. And hope you have a great birthday. And many more. Have fun.
What can I say about little Timothy Eren Kurusu? Well, she's annoyingly adorable. She's been a close friend of mine for almost a year now. She chose me to voice her most sexy villain, and she chose well, of course. And I've enjoyed every minute of working and playing alongside her. It's always fun to talk with Tim, and she is always extremely supportive of all her friends, even the whores such as myself. She's undoubtedly the best little dork. Happy birthday, Tim.
Hey there, Tim. How's it going? I hear it's your special day. You know, back when I met you in March 9th of 2022, little did I know that it would be the beginning of a very strong and fantastic and even fun friendship, filled with a bunch of great, wonderful memories and new people that I would get to meet and become friends with. People that are even here right now, wishing you happy birthday. And you know, that's something really special, because you changed their lives, and in return, they've changed yours. You've also changed mine as well. You know, I wasn't as motivated before. Now, I did have motivation here and there, right? But I always get ruts and art block all the time. But not until I started streaming, and until I started meeting friends like you. All of you have changed my life for the better. Constantly giving me motivation to do new projects and all that stuff. I am so happy to be doing all these things. And I especially relate to you, Tim, because you have this specific energy to you that I really, really strongly relate to. And it's it's like this a need to do stupid things that really, really, like, I really, really understand that. And it feels nice to meet somebody who has kind of the same mindset with a lot of things. I think that's why, sorry about that, I think that's why we related so well. We got along so well. It's because we have that specific similarity. Now, there are many more things to come. You got a future ahead of you. It's really strong. And we all believe in you. All of us do. Every single person who's here to tell you happy birthday. Remember, they're all here, cheering for you. Don't forget. I won't forget either. Here's to more memories.
Hey Tim, happy birthday! I just wanted to say that knowing you for the past 2 years has been the best thing to happen to me in my life. Since day one of meeting you, you have been nothing but kind and nice and fun to be around and have always had that spirit to uplift others and find something fun to do while showing very high support for them no matter what. You would always have these amazing ideas to share and amazing art to show. You show the high passion you have for projects you really want to work on and get out there. You have this motivation that can be very admirable and inspiring for me and others to work on our own projects and creations. Anyone who meets you will always have some sort of amazing experience and enjoy your company all the time. You have this charisma that brings more awesome people around that are also talented and fun to interact with. Anyone who... wait, wrong one. Even through the hard times, you have grown and would always find a way to flip the frowns upside down and make life fun again. You show how much you care for friends and for the people who may be having a hard time through situations or in their own mental space. Your presence tends to brighten up the mood of others around you, and when a bad day is there, the bad day disappears when we just watch YouTube or videos or Your presence tends to brighten up the mood of... I looked away for a second. Your presence tends to brighten up the mood of others around you, and when a bad day is there, the bad day disappears when we watch YouTube videos and play games together. Tim, we need to watch more Darman videos. We need to watch more Wholesome Man. There could be more that I can think of at this moment, but I can't think of anything. So, one final message. The final message is, you are and always have been a best friend, and I hope to never lose you as a friend. You've had my back through thick and thin and have always found a way to make me feel comfortable and calm. Thank you very much for always being here for me. I cherish our friendship a lot, and I hope we can stay friends till the day we grow old and bald and, be a part of Rave's Baldcast. Always remember, take care of yourself and don't let your villains win.
So I heard it's a small little Kurusu's birthday today. Well, I've only known Tim for 3 months now. My whole life has changed all because of her. If it wasn't for you reaching out to me in Mal server back in June, I would not be where I am today. Your bubbly, positive energy is infectious, and the way you're able to bring out the best in everyone around you is astonishing. In the short amount of time I've known you, I've seen you have improved everyone's mood, even if it's just through a small giggle. So thank you, Tim, and I hope you have an amazing birthday. Oh, also, remember to hydrate. You can't have fun if you're parched.
Tim's a good friend and a hard worker. I'm glad I got to know her. She has a very creative mind and it shows. I have a good feeling that plenty of people will come to view her as an inspiration. Happy birthday, Tim. Congrats on hitting 20.
Hey Tim, I just really quickly wanted to say happy birthday. In the short time I've gotten to know you, all I can tell you is you've been a wonderful friend, an amazing artist, a huge inspiration for a lot of people, and everyone here loves you to bits. I genuinely hope that your birthday is filled with happiness and all the love in the world. You deserve it. From me and everybody here who cares about you, happy birthday.
Hey Tim, it's Soft. I'm gonna keep this short, so happy birthday. For my part in this video, I just wanted to say that you're my best friend, and you may realize it, or you may not, but you make me want to do better about a lot of things about myself, like my art, my content, my constant self-deprecation. And I'm glad you see me as someone worth keeping around, especially with all the crap that we've had to put up with because of my own issues. Be it because I'm the one having an issue or someone else is. I feel grateful that you've stuck by me for so long. You're a great friend.
Happy motherfucking birthday, Tim. I'll try to keep this short so that all the other stinkies can have a turn too, but I just wanted to say that you are an absolute fucking legend of a person. You and your streams welcomed me into a fantastic and hilarious community that I am so glad to call my homies. You have brought together such talented and wonderful bastards, and I cannot fathom how I went so long without them, and I am forever grateful that you gathered them for me. That just makes my job of making friends so much easier. Your art and streams never fail to bring a smile to my face, and I look forward to every single fucking stream I can attend and every single art piece you complete. And you are such a kind and considerate person that genuinely really cares about the well-being of others, both in and out of your personal circle. You are such an incredible and awe-inspiring person, and I cannot wait to see what you do in the future. Cheers, homie, and happy birthday. Welcome to your 20s. Try not to cry too much. There are so many tears. So many tears.
I feel like the most honest way I can do this for you is to be off script and not keep bullet points and just be my rambly, dorky self, because Bubby, you have changed my life for the better, and I've told you that a lot. I know I have, and I'm going to continue to tell you that because until you believe it, I'm going to keep at it. But you really have been a positive influence in my life, and I think that sometimes you forget that, so I'm here to remind you. Since I've known you, my depression has gone down, and when it has come back up, it has been completely irregardless of my time with you, and you have always managed to find a way to push it back down. You have been there for me as much as I have been for you, probably more so actually. And everyone around you has really tested the limits of just what you can give, and you've always proven you're able to give just a little bit more, and it's crazy. I don't know where you get that drive and that draw of energy, but you do it, and I wish I could find more words than that to describe you. It's just you are a force of nature to be reckoned with. In terms of kindness, you're unbeatable. You are impossible to make angry. You are impossible to make snap. I know you've had those moments, but you know how few they are? You are just an example of a human being that gives herself so much grief, despite how amazing she is, and how much she's helped all of her friends speak out for them, speak up for herself, as she's learned to do. You're just all around an amazing person, and if I didn't get to know you the way I did, I don't think there would have been a better way. I think getting to know you at all was a blessing beyond blessing, and I don't think no matter what happens in my life, I don't think I'm ever going to be ungrateful for getting to meet you and getting to date you and getting to know you better than some people think they know you. I've really gotten to know you, and the more I do, the more I realize how amazing you are. Happy birthday, baby, and many more. Mwah.
Yay! Happy birthday, Tim. I couldn't find my recorder, so you get the flute. I haven't played in like 3 years, so I kind of suck at it. But anyways, Tim, happy birthday! Congratulations on making it through another year of your life and not getting hit by a car driven by a Snapchatting teenager or spontaneously combusting. Yay! You're entering a new decade of your life, which is actually a little scary now that I think about it. But it just means more fun adventures, more things to do, bigger opportunities and all that. Yeah, I just want to say, Tim, that you're one of the nicest people I have ever met in my life, and you are literally so supportive of me and I guess everyone around you, but this is my segment, so I get to talk about myself. And I want to really thank you for everything that you've done for me over the past couple of years, and especially these last few months that when you reached out to me. You've been supporting me ever since, we met, because we met when I drew that shitty little Meryl I drew in 2nd grade that I was brain rotting over Meryl because they were easy to draw and blue. Actually, that kind of represents your Sona now, so I guess that's somewhat appropriate. Anyways, honestly, meeting you was one of the best things I think that's ever happened to me, just because, like, everything that followed up, even though we weren't really close up until around 5th grade, you know, the time that I did spend with you was a lot of fun, and I do cherish those memories dearly. As cringy as they were, you know, some things like Wolf Club and just eating dirt on the playground and rolling around in the grass and, you know, everything that we did. And you know, my mom still credits you moving away as one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. And, like, I think I'm the first to admit that my mom isn't right about most things, but I think she might have been right about that one, because, you know, I can look back at, even though my memory's absolutely terrible, when I look back at the memories I've made in middle and elementary school, they were great, and but when I look at high school, it's like, you know, few and far between. But all the ones from middle and elementary school, like, most of them were with you, you know, when I would go over to your house after school or on the weekends, and we would make shitty little My Little Pony or LPS videos, or you would be playing Little Big Planet 2, and, you know, all this shit. And sometimes we would just hang out and you would talk about your OCs, or we would make OCs together even, and the hours that we spent on Skype, whether that be browsing DeviantArt looking for the cringiest shit we could, or role-playing, or, you know, whatever the fuck we did back on Skype. But, like, and, you know, I still own some of the earliest gifts you've given me. Namely the Big Hero 6 shirt and the cat bug blanket, and the painting that you made me, but that was a couple years later. Even though the Big Hero 6 shirt doesn't fit me anymore, and the print is almost entirely off, I still have it because sentimental value, you know? It's one of those things I feel like I can't ever get rid of. Same with the cat bug blanket, though it has been destroyed by the dryer. It's still there. I still have it. But yeah, you moving to Arkansas was really hard on me, and high school was really tough without you. Even though we could still, you know, call and stuff, it just wasn't the same. And I got progressively busier, and it was just hard to find time. But yeah, I would say that you are definitely probably the best friend that I ever had. I mean, I don't know who would go out of their way just to be friends with me as much as you have, which sometimes I don't know why you did it. I don't know why you decided to be friends with me and still wanted to be friends with me after everything, but I'm glad you did, and I'm glad to call you my friend. And you know, I just want last thing. I just want to say I'm really proud of how far you've come, and it's really inspiring, because it feels like just yesterday we were in Dumas's class, making shitty little OCs that definitely weren't ripoffs of Five Nights at Freddy's, and now you're making animated series and VTubing and making comics and a video game. Like, that's so inspiring, you know? Like, I remember that comic that you made back in middle school, too. I read the entire thing, and I thought that was so cool. And, you know, you're still doing it now, but on a much bigger scale, and obviously maybe a little less cringe. I don't know. But, you know, you've built up such a supportive and amazing community. And, you know, all these people, you know, in the Tim Discord and in Twitch chat or on Twitter or wherever, they wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Yeah, they wouldn't be here if they weren't for you. If it weren't for you. And I think that really just shows how cool and awesome you are, that all these amazing people would want to flock together. And, you know, I've made quite a few friends. And it's it's awesome. I'm having the time of my life. Like, I'm not gonna lie. After I joined that server, even though I don't talk in it too often, my life has improved significantly. And your community is just awesome. And partially because you are awesome. And here's to you, Tim. You can't see it, but I'm holding up a Capri Sun. Yeah. Happy 20th birthday. And congratulations on beating teenage pregnancy.
Happy birthday, Tim. I'm just going to say that this is not going to have a script, so you're just going to have to hear me ramble for a little bit here. My goodness, it's almost been, it'll be a year in November since I first met you, and since I first auditioned for the Big Daddy himself. Just want to thank you for all the fun times that I've had, for all the fun people I have met because of meeting you and auditioning for that project. I will say ever since meeting you and your friends that I haven't been happier. You can even ask Mackenzie yourself. I've been having a pretty bad couple of years, so this has always been a very nice thing to hop on every day and hang out with you peoples. And yeah, before I ramble on any longer, just happy birthday, you little Kurusu skin, and work on your projects. I don't know, call me if you want to keep this in, but work on your projects.
It's been 4 months since we first met each other, Tim. But it feels like it was only yesterday that I first heard about you. After being on Oni's stream, I gave your social media a look and I was honestly amazed with your wonderful artwork and even more wonderful personality. Hanging out on the server, you've shown to be fun, uplifting, and inspiring to everyone despite how chaotic it can get. I've also enjoyed knowing that we share common interests such as Pokemon and Salty DK Dan, just to name a few. It's all of those things that make me see you as his little sister, and I'm glad to see how far you've come within this span of time. The victory road before you, however, is going to get bumpier as you earn your badges. You'll come across trainers, veterans, and even some rivals who will want to challenge you. Things will get harsher, and they'll become more overwhelming. But remember, you're not alone. You've always had your friends and family who supported you from the beginning of your journey, and they'll be around to support you to the very end. So many of us here, myself included, can't ever thank you enough for being the wonderful, kind-hearted light in our lives. The road before you will shine bright for you, Tim, and we'll be here to see you become tomorrow's world champion. Just remember one thing, that no matter how things go, you will always be our little champion. Have a wonderful birthday, Tim.
Hi, Tim. I wanted to say that I am so glad that you reached out to me when you did your first collab stream. It meant so much to me, and I am so glad I got to know you even more. You are an absolute delight and a ray of sunshine, and you can make even the smallest things lots and lots of fun. You're such a kind soul. I'm wishing you the very best on your birthday, and welcome to your 20s. Happy birthday, Tim! Woo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Timothy. Eren Kurusu. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, woman. It's been 2 birthdays since I've been around since I met you via Soft. It's been a wild ride, if I do say so myself, and I'm very glad that I was able to meet you. You're such a sweet and caring person. You really are one of a kind. I hope you know that. You introduced me to a lot of wonderful people. You helped me through rough times where I didn't know what to do at the time, and just overall be there for me no matter what happened. And I'm very glad that I was able to meet you. And hopefully later on, in the future, I can meet you in person, away from the screen. Since you're one of the people I want to meet in real life. Hopefully that can happen. And I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and many more that you're able to come in the future. I really hope your career keeps going, and then later on you'll be noticed by a lot of people. Never give up, Tim. I know you got this. We all do. Happy birthday, and stay safe and stay toasty.
Hey Tim, I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope it's the best. I'm so proud of the person you're becoming, and it's crazy that we've been friends since the PS3 days on LVP2 when you wouldn't shut up about Foxy. Don't ever change. Love and care about you, you blue rat. Now let's go cause some chaos!
Guess it's finally my turn to take the reins. Alright. Hi, Tim. I honestly don't know where to begin when it comes to you. You have not only grown in numbers on both YouTube and Twitch, but as an individual as well. Now, I asked everyone how you've impacted their lives, whether it be by streams or just by simple conversations. You may be still a human, but you also have done a lot for just about everyone you meet. You're a fun, chaotic, adorable little babu who brings one hell of a show every time she's around. You're a talented artist and frankly an inspiration with how many projects you have on hand, yet you still have the drive to not only create more, but bring the best you can possible. You're so positive and upbeat whenever needed to be, but you're also so down to earth and willing to help others, even if it's just by giving a simple yet straightforward advice. Now that I've done all that cheesy, gushy stuff, I can tackle the main question before I close this one out for you. How have you impacted my life? Lord, oh lordy. I don't even know where to begin with that one. Honestly, you've done more than enough since I met you. Upon first impression, I only knew you as just Shade's girlfriend at the time. However, now that I've known you a lot better in just a span of, I think, a year? Well, frankly, yeah, around a year. Around a year, yeah. I've seen how you've grown. Not only that, but you've been a huge inspiration for some of the stuff that I do, such as like writing stories or even just making content or just creating projects on the side. Like, pretty much just in general. You've always had such a very large passion, and frankly, there's no way to really contain that, and it's very admirable when you think about it. You're incredibly independent, and it's honestly something I admire a lot when it comes to it. Your energy never fails to light up the room, and it inspires me to really break out of the torn shell I was 2 years prior. Others can tell you I was a whole lot different behind the scenes than I am now. If I'm gonna be honest, you've done a whole lot. Even if it's just a simple checkup, hell, your kindness cannot go uncounted, which is how much impact your words have. You've made me feel safe, safer than I've never really felt before. And I've told you this before countless times, that I may have felt safe at one point, but honestly, this is probably the safest I've ever been when it comes to having friends around. And for someone who not only deals with my chaotic bullshit, but is also someone who can just sit down and just kind of listen and just kind of vibe with me. Even if it's just having fun, either just playing some VR chat or even just, enjoying some streams together, or just kind of just vibing and call, even if it's just me and a couple others just watching you draw, because goddamn, you draw like no tomorrow, and frankly that, you're a speedy artist, all the way. There's nothing I can really say about that. Hell, what was that one video you just did with the whole 600 or so OCs, and that you did in 2 years? It's a lot. Every time it just comes to just vibing with you, I don't know. I always tend to just vibe around, just kind of chill and kind of talk. And even if it's just a simple late night conversation, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you always have that sort of energy that just kind of lights up every single room. And frankly, I'm just the amount of passion you have in just about anything you do, and just how creative you can be, holy shit. I've never met someone who is that creative, even if it's just for building Legos or just even painting something like that. It's something about that just tends to really strike that nerve and just kind of bring everyone closer together. And I've met a lot of people through not just your fan base, but just as people who have, done what they can to just, support you. And frankly, I want to see you grow. I want to see you get higher than what you are right now. You've met a lot of cool people. You recently just had that one post, that one art that you did for someone, for one of those big companies. And you could have gotten it on a t-shirt, but it wasn't able to do that. But you have it on a poster. And you know how many people are going to want that poster? A lot, because one, your art is amazing. Hell, I'm like, goddamn. The sprites that I use, there's a lot that can be said. Because each one was taken with a lot of care, a lot of passion. Every time I commission you, it's always fun. Because we always have those moments where we can just be ourselves. And there's no matter of just judging anyone. You may be younger than I am. And I tend to bully you a lot. But that's just kind of how we are. And frankly, it's very fun. It's very fun to do that. And you've opened up a lot of opportunities for not just yourself, but for a lot of people who can really struggle with some of the stuff that they've done, or have struggled with some of the stuff that has gone around their own lives. But you've just sort of just been there, even if it's just for a brief moment, to just kind of sit in, chat with them, and just kind of vibe with them. There's no need to really go back and backtrack over and over and over again over that. But that's a lot. And every single day, it's just another sort of motivation to just continue to keep going, instead of putting it all down because of one simple little thing. Something happens, but you were there. You were there for me for a lot of the times that things have gone down. And whether it be personal or whether it has been with something a lot bigger than that. But Tim, you're just an all-out great friend. You and everyone can agree on that. Everyone can agree. You have high energy when you need to be. You're very down to earth. You are a talented artist. Hell, not only that, but look at how many projects you already have set. You're building a career for yourself. You're hella independent when you need to be. When I know it may be hard to ask for help, but when it comes to asking for help, we're here to help you, even if you don't want it. But that's really all I really have to say. And frankly, I hope you never change from just that one being you are. I hope you never lose that spark that a lot of other people don't have when it comes to content creation, or when it comes to streaming. Yeah, you'll have those who just are very sort of down to earth, but with you, it's something different, something creative, and there's so much more you can do. And frankly, this is only the beginning. This is only the start. So, I'm gonna say this. Welcome to the 20s club. Welcome to the 20s club, dear Kurusu. And I hope you have a great birthday, you short gay baby.
I know we said I originally had only about 17 or so people involved, but I also had someone else involved who can't exactly speak as well. But so I'm gonna go ahead and read this off for them. This is from Buggy to you, Tim. So they say, "Happy birthday, Tim. I hope this birthday is a fun one. I still remember the first time we met. You were a small, shy blue rat, and now you're an amazing Twitch streamer. I'm thankful for having such an amazing, supportive friend like you in my life. You've been there for me during my brightest days and my darkest nights in my life. So it's only fair that I do the same for you. You've grown so much from these 2 years of knowing you. From the random art wars to calling each other gay-ass motherfuckers with the other amazing people you introduced me to. Happy birthday, Timothy Eren Kurusu. I love you, you butterfinger munching blue rat. And that was from Bucky. Like you said, thank you for everyone. And I honestly thank you, Tim, for all that you've done. And it was a lot of fun bringing everyone together. This is for you. And, you know, nothing can really top this. I didn't have to go this far, but I did. So have a great birthday, and welcome to the 20s.